ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
Follow the leader. KBLA Talk 1580. Follow the leader.
If you're not following KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Follow the leader. Following the leader. Oh my God. Follow the leader. 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 Follow the leader.
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
Betrayal trauma is long-term enough, is sort of has this really kind of big wide web around it, that in essence, a person experiencing betrayal trauma will say, I was married to a stranger, or my family member is a stranger, or it's just sort of this what just happened kind of thing.
Yeah.
And a person kind of walking through their life kind of hollowed out, looking like a deer in the headlights, because it's not just as simple as somebody wakes up one day and says, you know what, this marriage isn't working anymore. It's not that. And you're kind of sad, and like, where did this come from? But there is no other person. You really, truly did grow apart. This is something very, very different, sort of deceit upon deceit upon deceit.
Ooh, wow. Woo, this is going to be heavy tonight. Get to your phone lines, 1-800-920-1580. You already know who that was. That was Dr. Ramani. This topic, once again, like, I want to shout out all of the people in the chat room, all of the people all over the nation who call in on a regular, sharing their thoughts, their opinions, their perspectives, and also their topics. I get a lot of topics from people all over the country who really enjoy the show. They want me to dig deep on different topics. And what's really heavy about tonight's topic is that I'm a perpetrator. I believe that I have caused betrayal trauma. And doing the work, and I'm saying betrayal trauma in my woman. you know, and possibly, and I would say most definitely, in many women I've dated. You know, this is a moment of transparency. And when you dig down on a topic like this, like when you dig down on a topic like this, you become enlightened to the impact of, you know, your behavior and how that behavior affects, you know, somebody who cares and or cared about you. Heavy topic, man. Is being betrayed equal to delayed healing? Is being betrayed equal to delayed healing? And before I get into these questions, listen, don't forget, man, this is a non-judgmental space. Okay? Your opinions of your experiences matter to me here. You will not be judged. You will not be disrespected. I'm not here to try to correct you on your expression of your experience. But you cannot call in here and curse. That's one thing you can't do. But I want to go into these questions, man, because people forget too, the betrayer gets wounded as well. Especially if the betrayer loves the betrayed. 1-800-920-15. It is. Listen, are you ready? Are you ready? 1-800-920-1580. Let's go. Is being betrayed equal to delayed healing? A deeper look at the effects of betrayal trauma within intimate relationship. Whoa, heavy topic. True or false? To a deeply hurt and unhealed person, a sincere and remorseful apology has very little meaning. 1-800-920-15. I don't even... Andy, did you hear that question? Wait, hold on. To a deeply hurt and unhealed person, a sincere and remorseful apology has very little meaning. True or false? Agree or disagree? Our partners, oh my God, virtually incapable of empathizing with their significant other's pain that came from their partner's act of betrayal. In other words, the betrayer feels a certain kind of pain if they love their partner. But can the partner who has been betrayed empathize with their pain? Is it possible? Should they even consider empathizing with the betrayer's pain because of his action? 1-800-920-1580. What does betrayal trauma do to a person's brain? 1-800-920-1580. Call me. What factors motivate a person to betray someone? In my case, fear. In my case, it was fear. When I met the person of my life, I was with somebody. And my fear of losing the person that I met made me lie about it. Just outright lied about it. Are you seeing somebody? No. Are you with somebody? No. And although the relationship moved forward, that lie came back like a radioactive isotope and contaminated the whole union. Listen, Listen, 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines tonight. Call me. See, listen. Sometimes, we get in here and we have real discussions. And sometimes I'll sprinkle a little bit of me in the discussion. I'm going to sprinkle a lot of me in the discussion tonight because what I want people to understand is this is part of dating a human being. See, I see very few people really talking about what it means to date another human. We want to date a fantasy. We want to date a desired outcome, but we really don't know how to date people, right? Because in the relationship with ourselves, we mistreat parts of ourselves. So in mistreating parts of yourself, which is the most important relationship you're ever going to have, you're bound to mistreat your significant other. A lot of people do not want to stand in that realization. I have mistreated parts of myself internally by being indifferent to them, by not acknowledging them, by not embracing the different aspects of myself that I don't approve of, that I don't like. And in so doing that, I've got a toxic relationship going on with myself. I'm not afraid to talk about it. And listen, can I tell you, I've been working on myself for over 30 years. And I still have bouts, with my own humanity. Listen to me now. What factors? Are y'all listening to me tonight? I want to be transparent and honest with you tonight. And I want you guys to do the same with me. I want you to call me and I want you to share. This is a very powerful question. Is betrayal always purposeful? I will answer that question with this quote. The uses of sorrow. Someone I loved once gave me a box full of darkness. It took me years to understand that this too was a gift. That quote is by Mary Oliver. 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. Call me. Is being betrayed equal to delayed healing? A deeper look at the effects of betrayal trauma within an intimate relationship. What are some emotions that arise when someone what are some of the emotions that arise within someone before and after a betrayal? What role did your previous wounds play in the creation of this new wound? Wow. What are 3 things you failed to pay attention to prior to the betrayal? 1-800-920-1580, 1580. Get to me, 1-800-920-1580. Call me from all over the country. We want to have a national discussion on this. What processes have you developed in order to reconcile from the inside out? How does your betrayer feel after betraying you? Whew. Does the hurt from betrayal ever go away? What does betrayal do to your sense of self, your self-esteem, and your self-worth? How do you resolve betrayal trauma? Are these not powerful questions? Andy, are these some crazy questions? Wow. If you betray yourself, is that a guarantee you're going to betray your significant other? Wow. You know what's really powerful? What if you created a self-betrayal journal where you kept notes on every time you betrayed yourself? Would this not be the primer for how to avoid betraying your significant other? When I come forward, the voice of reason is going to set this mug on fire.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Only 1 in 5 people with autism are employed, despite many having the skill set and desire to work.
Maybe it's because employers don't know what kind of jobs they can do. Like, what about a programmer?
That's a job for someone with autism.
How about a healthcare worker?
Yep, that is too. People with autism can do a lot of different jobs, but often get overlooked due to outdated stigmas. Introducing WIN by Autism Speaks. We help businesses lead the way in inclusive hiring.
What about a ranch hand?
To learn more, go to autismspeaks.org/win.
No young person should ever have to worry about having a safe place to sleep at night, or whether anyone cares about them.
But the reality is, 1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis and giving them the support and tools they need to succeed in life. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today. Thank you for caring.
Hey, son. How are you feeling?
I'm fine, Pops.
What's on your mind?
I can't explain it. Navigating without a compass, eyes waiting, started to wonder. Metamorphosis, the loss of who you thought you was.
When your kid can't find the language, help them find the lyrics. Listen to the Sound It Out album and get tips and tools to start a conversation at soundidouttogether.org. Brought to you by Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
If you're like me, 60 and retired, making ends meet, especially here at the supermarket and drugstore, is tough. I'm so blessed to have found benefitscheckup.org. It's a free and confidential website from the National Council on Aging that connected me to $1,200 a year in programs that help pay for food, medicine, utilities, and more. Maybe it can help you. benefitscheckup.org.
Anyone can choose to make a difference. You can help people succeed, rebuild after disasters, protect the environment, or feed the hungry. Not only will you make a difference for others, but for yourself. You can earn money for college, learn career skills, and make friendships that last a lifetime. Make a difference. Choose your future. Choose America.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
What up, y'all? Yeah, soundtrack, what's poppin', baby? Woo! Y'all ain't know, I go by the name of Lupe Fiasco, representing that first and 15. Yeah, and this one right here, I dedicate this one right here to all my homies out there grinding. You know what I'm saying? Legally and illegally. You know what I'm talking about? So, check it out. First got it when he was 6, didn't know any tricks. Matter of fact, first time he got on it, he slipped, landed on his hip and busted his lip. For a week he had to talk with a list like this. Now we can end the story right here, but shorty didn't quit, it was something in the air. Yeah, he said it was something so appealing, he couldn't fight the feeling, something about it. He knew he couldn't doubt it, couldn't understand it, branded since the first kick flip he landed. Labeled a misfit, a bandit, cocoon, cocoon, cocoon. His neighbors couldn't stand it, so he was banished to the park. Started in the morning, one stopped after dark. Yeah, when they said it's getting late in here. So I'm sorry, young man, there's no skating here. And so we kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, coast. And away he rolled, just a rebel to the world with no place to go. And so we kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, coast. So come and skate with me, just a rebel looking for a place to be. So let's kick and push and coast.
Hi, Dr. Romney. Thanks for being here. What is betrayal trauma?
So betrayal trauma is a series of reactions that a person will experience, psychological and emotional reactions that a person will experience after a pretty significant and protracted period of betrayal in a close or significant relationship. So, sort of a classical example of betrayal trauma would be, it's not as simple as just somebody cheated on you, but you come to find out they've been cheating on you for 15 years, or they have a child with this other person, or all those years or months or whatever, you suspected they were cheating on you, and you keep bringing it up like, something doesn't feel right, and they're like, don't be ridiculous, and they come up with all these alibis and gaslight and all of that. It's this fallout that comes after somebody who's been significantly betrayed. It could be something that's a public betrayal, that somebody, it's not just an infidelity, but maybe an infidelity with a family member, like you're sleeping with your sister kind of thing, or they're behaving in a really inappropriate way, in a public way that could bring shame upon a family. So, again, it tends not to be sort of a one-off. It's something that may have been going on for a very long time, and then a person comes to find out there was this whole big story behind the betrayal. It wasn't just this one thing. It was this whole constellation of things that kind of came together, and it's really destabilizing for a person who goes through it.
Is the term or phrase betrayal trauma something that's being used by clinicians, or is this a layman's term?
No, it's something that clinicians use, and I often view betrayal trauma as something that's very tightly linked in with complex trauma. Not necessarily, it's saying, again, complex trauma has some specific kinds of parameters around what that trauma looks like, but if the betrayal trauma is long-term enough, has this really kind of big wide web around it, that in essence, a person experiencing betrayal trauma will say, I was married to a stranger, or my family member is a stranger, or it's just sort of this what just happened kind of thing. Yeah. And a person kind of walking through their life kind of hollowed out, looking like a deer in the headlights, because it's not just as simple as somebody wakes up one day and says, you know what, this marriage isn't working anymore. It's not that. And you're kind of sad, and like, where did this come from? But there is no other person. You really, truly did grow apart. This is something very, very different, sort of deceit upon deceit upon deceit.
I understand that. So how does somebody respond differently from a betrayal trauma versus a more standard trauma, like we're getting a divorce? That can be traumatic. That's a big deal. But it's not.
I think that what gets tricky is, like, again, this word trauma, and without belaboring it, is like, where do we use it? Somebody's saying, hey, we've been growing apart for years. Now you want to take this job in a different city. I think we need to talk about, unbraiding this. Is that traumatic? It's certainly stressful. It's certainly upsetting.
Wow, Dr. Romney, taking no prisoners. Hey, lock me up. I am guilty. And I bet some of you are too. Betrayal trauma. It's very heavy. Betrayal trauma within intimate relationships can have a profound and lasting effect on individuals. This show tonight aims to explore the intricate dynamics of betrayal trauma and its impact on the healing process. Additionally, we will try to critically examine the notion that a sincere and remorseful apology holds little meaning to a deeply hurt and unhealed person. By delving into the psychological, emotional, and relational aspects of betrayal, we can gain a deeper understanding of the challenges faced by those affected and potential pathways to healing. Tonight's going to be different. Let me get to my phone line real quick. Who's on? Reggie, Austin, Texas. Texas always shows up.
What's up, man? You asked a bunch of questions before. Let me just start with the couple questions that I can answer. Whenever you lie, I think it shows that you are disconnected from yourself, your physical self, your mental self, your spiritual self. And so one of those three or a combination of those three is off kilter. And because it's off kilter, I don't think all of you meant to do what you did. I think a portion of you meant to do what you did. And because you're out of order with yourself, that's probably why you did what you did. And so you have to ask yourself, all right, what scenario prompted me to do what I did? Like if you can't understand the emotions that you're going through when you're in a certain situation, you may lie to get out of that situation because you can't stand or understand your feelings. And because you can't understand your feelings, you'll tell a lie to kind of just get out of the situation. All right, so examine your mind and say, okay, I was in this situation and it's not bigger than me. And know that the situation and know that your world is not so small so that you don't react the same way and tell that lie to get out of it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And that takes honesty and it takes courage and it takes somebody
Integrity,
that's
strength.
Absolutely, all of that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it takes. And to the point that you are honest with yourself, then you'll begin to heal all those other broken parts of yourself. And I think that puts the possibility that you can salvage this relationship because you're starting to be honest with yourself. That just makes sense.
Right.
And so now your partner can say, all right, they're working on this part of themselves, and when they get it together, all right, we can be stronger together. But they have to be there to give you the chance to be your best self. Even though you made some mistakes.
Hold on, Reggie, because you cooking and we right up against it. Stay with me because I need some more of that special sauce, brother.
What was happening to him now? He said I would marry you, but I'm engaged to these aerials and varials, and I don't think this board is strong enough to carry two. She said, bow, I weigh 120 pounds. Now, let me make one thing clear. I don't need to ride yours, I got mine right here. So she took him to a spot he didn't know about. Some odd in the apartment parking lot. She said, I don't normally take dates in here. Security came and said, I'm sorry, there's no skating here. And so they kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, coast. And the way they roll, just lovers intertwined with no place to go. And so
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. Jacksonville, Florida faith leaders are calling on the city to prevent violent crimes. As of last week, the city has experienced more than 100 murders so far this year. The Interfaith Coalition for Action, Reconciliation, and Empowerment, also known as ICARE, released a statement saying more than 80% of the victims in the city are African American. Officials are asking Black Sheriff T.K. Waters to call the National Network for Safe Communities to help improve the city's approach. Sophia Crowder is the new Miss Black Kentucky for 2024. The Women's Club of Louisville held the event over the weekend where 3 Louisville natives swept titles. Alina Gordon took the Miss Black Teen crown while Sierra Johnson won for Miss Division. Crowder will represent the state in the Miss Black USA pageant next year. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Dell Technologies and Intel are pushing what technology can do, so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to now.
follow the leader.
KBLA Talk 1580.
Follow the leader.
If you're not following KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Buy By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcasts of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Got your black. Follow the leader when the leader.
Oh my God.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
Happy birthday, Metro K-Line. Whether traveling for business or pleasure, it's time you made today a K-Line day. The K-Line can connect you with fun, food, friends, and family from Crenshaw to Inglewood in one safe, clean, comfortable ride. Take the K-Line today and experience the diversity that makes LA such a great place to live, work, and play. Make it a K-Line day. Go Metro. Visit metro.net/K-Line.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 believes in community empowerment through the arts. Tia Chucha Central Cultural is on a mission to transform community in the Northeast San Fernando Valley and beyond through ancestral knowledge, the arts, literacy, and creative engagement. The Northeast San Fernando Valley has a population of about 500,000, the size of the city of Oakland, yet it has no bookstores, art galleries, or full-fledged cultural spaces until Tia Chucha's opened its doors in 2001. Founded by renowned poet and activist Luis Rodriguez, Tia Chucha's Cultural Center provides a year-round free or low-cost arts and literacy bilingual intergenerational programming in mural painting, music, dance, writing, visual arts, healing art sessions, and healing talking circles. Activities also include Mexica, Aztec dance, indigenous cosmology, philosophy, and 2 weekly open mic nights, one in Spanish, the other in English. In addition, they host author readings, film screenings, and art exhibits. To express yourself, heal yourself, attend an event, or volunteer, please visit www.tiachucha.org. That's TIACHUCHA.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
At Susan G. Komen, we believe that ending breast cancer needs all of us working together. Because if you've just been diagnosed and don't know where to turn, we've got you. If you can't afford the treatment you need, we've got you. And if you are driven to honor the loved one you've just lost, we have a place for you here. Because of you, we're supporting those who need help today while tirelessly searching for tomorrow's cures. Visit Komen.org and be a part of our Susan G. Komen community today.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles is a nonprofit law firm that protects and advances the rights of the most underserved, leveling the playing field and ensuring that everyone can have access to the justice system. Every year, LAFLA provides free, high-quality legal services to more than 100,000 people living in poverty across greater Los Angeles. Their unique combination of neighborhood offices, self-help centers at courthouses, and domestic violence clinics puts Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles on the front lines in vulnerable communities and at the forefront of change. LAFLA's expert team of attorneys, paralegals, and support staff works to provide direct representation, offer counsel and advice, provide referrals, and educate the community about their legal rights through workshops and seminars. With locations all over LA, you can access their services or volunteer to help no matter where you live. And if you have an urgent issue, call 213-235-0060. That's 213-235-0060. To get legal help, make a donation, or volunteer, visit LAFLA.org. LAFLA.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Just had a fight with my woman over something trivial told. We rarely have confrontation, and if the I said really was bold. I think she get it from my mama. Her bitterness passed down from old. When I'm calling out her drama, she too defensive to listen, I'll call so. Look at me, I got problems. You got the type of advice that I need. I couldn't get through on the mention series. Dana was hogging up the time that I need. Between working her being so clingy. Plus the time zone difference don't make it more easy. So I figured I'd call in early. Turn my life down, mercy, I got through. You tuned in, yeah. So just lay back your mind. Something new. Everybody tuning in to soul. Cause he has reason, yeah.
What betrayal trauma does to your brain. When someone has been betrayed, and let's talk about what betrayal is. Betrayal, we think of course, someone cheating on you, seeing prostitutes, having an affair with your best friend, someone at work, or you're a husband and your wife has cheated on you with your best friend or neighbor or someone like that. That's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of betrayal trauma. We call it partner betrayal trauma. If you want to Google that, partner betrayal trauma, you'll find we've done a lot of research on that. And infidelity is part of that. That's one part of betrayal trauma. Another part of partner betrayal trauma is pornography. You think you're living in this great life and you find that your spouse is using pornography and that you're not enough and that what you believed about them isn't true, and then you find out the stuff they're into and it makes it worse and your whole life goes upside down. But then there's also a third part of betrayal trauma. The next partner betrayal trauma is intimacy anorexia. You're married to someone who doesn't give you their heart. They're too busy for you. They blame you. They withhold love. They withhold praise. They use anger and silence. If they have sex, they're not connected, or they're not having sex with you. They can't share their feelings with you. And you feel neglected, alone, and unwanted in your own marriage or your relationship. That's another form of trauma. And that part of betrayal trauma is interesting because all three of these traumas have the same statistical impact on the person. Now I'm going to get to the brain in just a few minutes, but what this does is it can cause depression, weight gain, or weight loss. It can cause a shutdown of them spiritually and emotionally. It can cause PTSD symptoms. I mean, to the 80 or 90 percentile on those symptoms: intrusive thoughts, dreams, not wanting to go out and connect with other people, shutting down. The amount of impact that partner betrayal trauma has on the human spirit, soul, and body is massive. When someone's been betrayed, it's like they've been hit by a truck, but there's no blood anywhere. They're crushed inside, their spirit's crushed, their past is crushed. Who they thought they were to this person, who they thought that person was, the holidays, the vacations, the birthdays, all tainted by now a new narrative, a new story. Their present is destroyed because they don't know what they're going to do. Who is this person? Who am I? Do I have the courage to go forward with them? Do I have the courage to leave them? These are all questions that now existentially they have to ask that they never thought of before. The whole rug has been taken out from under them, and they've planted their face on the floor, and they're out. They don't know what's real anymore. And if that's not bad enough, their future is destroyed. Financially, they could be totally in a different place. If they leave, if they stay, do they put up with it? Is a person going to get help? Are my kids going to know? Are they going to not know? Are they going to?
Wow. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Who's going to join me tonight? Call me. Who have you betrayed? How have you betrayed yourself? Who's going to join me tonight in apologizing sincerely to those they have betrayed? I seek the solace and the forgiveness and the understanding of the Almighty Most High source of all that is for my betrayal of my loved ones, of people I've loved, of my significant other, when I betrayed you, I betrayed God. And I betrayed the God in you and the God in me, which is all one God, all one thing, God's angel, God's physical manifestation here on earth. So in apologizing to you, I must apologize to my Creator, because he didn't create me to hurt other aspects of himself, of itself. So I sincerely apologize from the depths of my heart to all those that I may have betrayed, that I may have lied to. And it ain't no may have, it is. Who's going to join me? For all those that I have hurt, right, that I've made feel less than what they should feel about themselves, I apologize sincerely. Who's going to join me? Tonight's topic, it's a heavy one. I'm trying to put our humanity front and center here on this show. A lot of people, man, swear. I mean, everybody can say, oh, you shouldn't lie. Everybody can say it's wrong, right? Everybody can tell you what to do. You know why? Because there's a limited amount of articulable knowledge out here, right? There's a limited amount of knowledge that can be articulated amongst the masses. It's not a lot of knowledge that can be easily articulated, right? So everybody can say something that looks like the right thing to say, right? Except when it comes to taking your own responsibility for your own missteps. The bigger picture of these types of shows is, how do I maintain a loving relationship with myself and another human being? Key point is human being. Tonight's topic is being betrayed equal to delayed healing. A deeper look at the effects of betrayal trauma within an intimate relationship. This is heavy stuff tonight. Let me get my brother back in here. Reggie, Austin, Texas, get in here and cook.
Man, an honest apology goes a long way.
Yeah.
A long way. When that apology is combined with owning your stuff and owning your part in what you did to make the situation what it is, and what you can do to improve the situation, that all is connected. Because, I mean, you have to have some kind of action to match up with your words. And you're maintaining the relationship with yourself and with somebody else. And the best from one day to the next is relative. Mm-hmm. So give yourself some grace, saying that, okay, my best today may not be my best tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And it just continues to grow and grow and grow. But I know if I do the right thing enough times, then I'll develop the best parts of myself. Mm-hmm. And that's all you can do, man. And going back to what I said before, yeah, it takes courage on your part, but it also takes courage and integrity on the other person's part. Mm-hmm. It's combined. Mm-hmm. And that's the hardest part, because you can control yourself, but you can't control what that other person does. Right. So that means y'all got to be on the same page. That's real.
Right, right. I love it, brother. I appreciate it. Austin, Texas is in the building because of my brother, Reggie. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do, you know the routine, 1-800-920-1580. Monique, Detroit, Michigan. Oh, wait, hold tight. When I come forward, I'm going to Detroit, Michigan. Let's get it.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
If you are a private individual or a small business owner who has had problems obtaining a business loan, credit card, or just even acquiring an apartment, please call Alliance Hillview LP for a free consultation at area code 510-459-6001. That's area code 510-459-6001. Remember, don't let your past determine your future.
Attention small landlords who own 12 or fewer residential rental units. The City of LA Emergency Renters Assistance Program is back to help small landlords and is now accepting applications. Apply for up to 6 months of rental arrears for low-income residential tenants behind on rent. Applications will be accepted until October 31st, 2023 at 6 p.m. Go online 24/7 at housing.lacity.org or call 888-379-3150 to see if you qualify and apply today. City of LA Small Landlords. This program is for you.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions because we've got your black. Listen up. If you're one of the more than 100,000 California tenants who were rejected or delayed when applying for COVID rental assistance, you've got a second chance. Under the terms of a new settlement, California's Housing and Community Development Department agreed to audit its past denials. The program ended in March 2022, but the advocacy groups Alliance of Californians for Community Empowerment, Policy Link, and Strategic Actions for a Just Economy sued the department. According to the coalition's analysis of state data, the department rejected nearly 30% of all applicants. Under the settlement, the department agreed to clear all renters in the pipeline within 6 months. The settlement applies to anyone who sought assistance from the state's Housing is Key program before April 1st, 2022, whose applications is pending or was denied after June 6, 2022. Tenants who have questions about the status of their application can call the hotline at 833-430-2122. That's 833-430-2122. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey! The voice of reason. My playlist is my co-host, man. Don't you dog me. Come on, man. Y'all don't know hip hop was this fun back in the day, but the record and the song is very poignant, and it's apropos for tonight's topic, man. Gosh, is being betrayed equal to delayed healing? Heavy stuff. We got callers all over the place, man. I want to get them in here right now. Monique, Detroit, Michigan. Get in here.
Hey, how you doing this evening?
I'm alive and well. How are you?
Oh, well, this topic is the reason why you haven't heard from me.
Talk to me.
So I'm going to be real transparent here, and I have my sister here from Atlanta, so I can do this.
Okay.
But
no cursing.
you know I don't curse like that.
Okay, cool. Like that, though. Okay, we good.
No, I'm used to switching back and forth. You know how we're professionals at that. So basically, when you know that the portrayer is sincere and remorseful, and you know that maybe it was done because of the wounds they have, you know, be it of abandonment and things of that nature, and you're the betrayed, and you don't know how to feel in that moment because you have your own situations, wounds, and issues. I know that it's only been like 18 months since I encountered this visual challenge, and I think that maybe that made me show up in a different fashion than what I'm used to showing up as, but not necessarily saying that the past was the right way to show up. So trying to trying to go forward in an authentic manner and dealing with the visual challenge, I maybe think you can contribute to what the betrayer did, but then you can't look inside yourself, and it makes you feel like, you know, this is like 3 weeks old. And now you're at a place where betrayer is sincere and it is remorseful, but at being betrayed, I don't know, you know, like showing up now, it's like I'd rather just be quiet because I don't know if I forgive, what am I going to feel like? I don't usually give people those type of chances. I have friends, family members, and I haven't really said this to many because to me, you don't air a lot of things, but I've had someone very close to me like, this is not the Monique. You can be kind of mean sometimes. You know, you can shut people down and just be done. And so I'm like, but do I do that now? You know, it's because I'm looking at this person. I know they're sincere. And because it's long distance, I think I don't have to look at it, you know, every day.
Right.
And you have the pleading, like, you know, I'm going through something every day, but because you haven't dealt with your wounds of abandonment as a child, you know, at birth, how can me being betrayed? I got to heal too.
So let's go into it just a little bit. It's okay to have empathy for the betrayer. It's okay. But if you're still wrestling with feelings of self-worth or inadequacy, you really need to take the time to work on you. Like you can't, you know, put salve on your spiritual wounds. And I'm learning this from my own experience, right? I'm learning this from, you can't take time, you know, to rub somebody else's back when you can't reach your own. So I think it's important that, you know, you make sure that you do what's best for you, right? And if that's taking time, if that's self-care, if that's disappearing for a while, whatever you need to get your spirit back in alignment with your understanding of it, you've got to do that. And
well,
go ahead. No, I'm saying, and you know, someone who is a sincerely remorseful betrayer, you know, they may come in with this energy like me. I'll come in with the energy of, come on, we can do it. We can fix it. We can heal it. Let's go, you know, pep talk time. But the reality of it is, that's just because I want it to be fixed. I want it to be healed. I feel guilty because it was broken because of my actions anyway. But the reality of it is, to heal from betrayal trauma, there must be space and distance. And that's a lesson that even I had to learn, right? There must be space, regardless of what my desire is. You must create space for the partner to be able, for the betrayed person to be able to just sit in it and start processing through it for themselves, because they can't do that and do it for the betrayer. Your thoughts?
And see, and I agree with you, because I feel like you sit. Unfortunately, when I shut down, I shut down. That's why my sister is here from Atlanta, and I think this would not have happened if the visual challenge wasn't there, because now it may be that, I'm thinking, like you said, your self-worth and your self-esteem, goes down just, a tad bit. And I don't think the person's not a pep talk person, but I just feel like everybody needs to stand still for a minute to see what is going to, what's going to happen. Like you said, I have to heal spiritually in all areas, because it affected everything at the moment. And I just felt like, I have this visual challenge, and I'm dealing with making a living, being independent, and, operating on a certain level. People tell me, oh, I forget that you can't really see anymore. I thought the way you operate, but they don't even understand the challenge from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. And I think that with the betrayer, I need to put him in a space where he needs to see that, because they're the main person. Because I keep forgetting, because you operate so well. So you think it's going to be, like you said, I'm going to have empathy for you and not heal myself. If indeed I agree, I haven't, sometimes you haven't decided if you're going to forgive. I mean, and then you may forgive and just think that the trust, or it still may be over.
Right.
It doesn't mean, just because someone does something doesn't mean that you can't forgive them.
Right.
And still move on.
Right. Monique, you brought Detroit, Michigan in the building. I appreciate you so much for your call. Thank you for your transparency. This is a heavy topic tonight. We appreciate everybody for calling in. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call us at 1-800-920-1580. When I come forward, more from the phone lines.
I'm talking $10 here, $100 there. She wasn't ashamed, she'd ask me anywhere. She was one of those girls who didn't give a hoot and tore my heart from the vine stem and root. Then I met you.